juicy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing some tofu recipes because I know that tofu can be a little bit of a difficult one to get used to if you're new to eating a plant-based diet, or if you want to eat more vegan food. Maybe you're not sure about tofu and you don't know how to cook with it, you don't like the taste of it. If you try these recipes, I promise you that you will be converted and you will enjoy the taste of tofu because they're really, really good and really delicious. There's so many ways you can eat tofu. I'll leave a link to these 3 recipes in the description down below as usual on my website. I'll also leave a link to some more tofu recipes you can go check out, and let's get straight into it. Our first recipe is sweet and sour tofu, super easy and adaptable as a midweek quick meal stir fry. You don't need to go buy the sauces. This is a foolproof recipe that you can just adjust to whatever veg you have in the cupboard. We're gonna start by pressing the tofu. I'll link this below because I get lots of questions on this. It's called Tofuture. If you don't have one, just put your tofu in between some plates, put something heavy on top, maybe wrap it in a tea towel or something, to get some of the excess water out. We're gonna chop this up and get cooking. So I'm just gonna chop the tofu into chunks. Just gonna pop this in a bowl with some corn flour and seasoning. We're just gonna fry this in a pan. The corn flour really helps for the tofu to absorb some of the moisture, so it will fry better. And if you have issues with tofu falling apart or not getting crispy or browned, then try this method first, where you just fry it with corn flour and then set it aside and then carry on cooking, and you can add it back later because it really creates a firm little brown crisp cube of tofu. Now it's golden brown, I'm just gonna put it in a bowl and set it aside. Another key thing for cooking tofu is non-stick pans, because if you have a crappy pan, it's gonna be a mess. So get yourself a good non-stick. I'm gonna add 1 onion and some garlic to the pan. For the sauce, we'll use 2 tablespoons of ketchup, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. I'm going to use dark and light soy sauce. 3 tablespoons of rice or cider vinegar. Once the onions are softened, add in a red pepper and a green pepper. And then 80 ml of water, or 1/3 of a cup. That's not a big enough bowl. Add in 100 grams of pineapple all chopped up, and then your sauce. It wouldn't be a recipe of mine if I didn't forget something, so I was supposed to put the brown sugar in the sauce, so add your brown sugar into the sauce, but I'm just gonna put it straight in here, and you'll need 2 heaped tablespoons. And now it's simmering, we're gonna add in our tofu. Oh, I've got food on my dress already. This smells really yummy. So let's dig in. The tofu is perfectly juicy. Absolutely delicious. If you like spice, definitely add some sriracha into the sauce, or some chili flakes on top, or sliced chili. Perfect, easy meal to make any week of the any day of the week.
Any week of the day.
Any week of the day. Next recipe is a really simple tofu burger. This is so easy and it tastes delicious. So we've got smoked tofu. You can use normal tofu, but if you can get your hands on smoked tofu, it does add a little bit extra flavor. And we're gonna use a spicy harissa marinade just to add some flavor. Fry it up and have it in a bun, and it's gonna be delicious. So all you need is your tofu first, and we're gonna slice this up and get it cooking. Slice this into 4. going to put this in a container so it can marinate. Pierce it a couple times with a fork just so the flavour can get in there. 2 tablespoons of harissa and 2 to 3 tablespoons of barbecue sauce. We're going to marinate this for about 15 to 30 minutes in the fridge. For the burger sauce, we're going to use 2 tablespoons of vegan mayo, 1 tablespoon of ketchup, a pinch of chili, and a teaspoon of garlic powder. Oh.
Uh-oh.
So for this, we're making some spicy tofu nuggets. This is similar to a recipe I already have, which is just vegan chicken nuggets made from tofu. This is slightly different though, it's going to be spicy. I'm going to show you a kind of slightly different method. So we've got 125 grams of flour and then 5 tablespoons of which we put into a separate bowl. And then I've got around 100 to 125 grams of panko breadcrumbs, or you can use homemade breadcrumbs. And we're going to add in some spices and some oat milk to this one. And basically all we're going to do is dip our tofu in and fry it, and it's going to be delightful. Into the 5 tablespoons of flour, we're going to add a teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of harissa, a teaspoon of garlic granules, salt, pepper, and 125 ml of milk. So first we're going to dip it into the flour, then into the spicy mixture, and then the breadcrumbs, and we'll set that aside ready to fry. For a little dip while the oil heats up, we're going to mix 4 tablespoons of yogurt. I'm using Alpro plain yogurt, 2 tablespoons of harissa, and the zest of half a lemon. And we're going to fry our nuggets in some vegetable oil. Time to dip. Delightful. Definitely get the lime juice on there because that adds a little bit of flavour. They're really nice and spicy, but not too spicy because the yogurt kind of calms it down a bit. I think this would be a wonderful thing to share at a party because we've got some little nuggets for people to dig into. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out the description box for the recipes alongside other tofu recipes for you to enjoy. And let me know in the comments down below if you're now a tofu convert or if you struggled with tofu to begin with, because I feel like more of us need to get on board with the tofu life. The tofu train. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.